Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Infugue Talks. This is the first live one we're doing. As you can tell, we're all together. We're not in a Skype box. And hopefully we can do more of these in the future, maybe with some touring bands coming in that we're playing with and, other people. Keep expanding. So today's episode is going to be Seance. No guests. We are the guests. The guest is the song. We're going to be talking about what we think. We're going to be doing some live commentary on the music video. We have it on the screen here, and we'll be putting that in so you can kind of see our live reaction to the music video. And then we'll be kind of talking about, how it was shooting the music video and how it was recording it and mixing it and all that stuff. And then at the end, we'll be talking a little bit about the upcoming song that's coming out this month. Release date, we're going to be announcing, I think, is going to be June 30th.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Tuesday. So we'll officiate that later on social media, but I think that's what we're going to be going with. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the music video, and then we'll comment on it a little bit afterwards. So here we go. Very spooky.
Why did we go with black and white here again? I never wanted color. You decided to go black.
Yeah, for a while I was like color, but then
it was mainly because kind of like harkening back to like The Mist is in black and white, and
the original version of it was in black and white.
That and
as far as the film goes.
Yeah, and then Night of the Living Dead, or the original one.
I mean, it suits this part here for sure.
Definitely.
Because that's why I ultimately chose it. I was like, yeah, it works out.
And the vocals at the beginning, we hired the woman who did the vocals for Gladiator with Hans Zimmer. No, I'm just kidding. That was my wife.
My wife. Hashtag Canada Strong. We support the Canadians, whatever.
Leafs. So here we shot at the Austin Public Library without a permit because we pay for it with our taxes. So, that's our entry fee. And this is actually Matt's brother, the old drummer with the original Knights band. And Matt was originally going to be the star of the movie, but he kind of wanted to, him and I produced this together, and we wanted to be more behind the camera together. So he did a lot of the drum stuff, and he did a lot of the shots where I'm in it. And Matt did all of the drone work, which came out really well, as you saw in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is out in McDade next to Bastrop. And it's really nice because it doesn't look like Texas at all. If you're from Texas, it's really flat. There's a lot of plains. You don't see a lot of these really skinny, tall trees.
Well, yeah. Sometimes you do, but for the most part, it's pretty ugly, this place.
Yeah.
Really pretty.
It's just so cool, like, watching this again, just because I haven't honestly fully watched the video since filming it and since its release. I've always heard that saying, like, the artists never really watch what they've been filming.
Johnny Depp.
So, yeah. They're like Johnny Depp, it's like, we took the Johnny Depp take on it, and it's just very cool on it.
Yeah.
It's, this took, even though it took full days, it's just, countless hours of work on this, and it was just very cool, and it made me realize the hard work, a bunch of other artists put into their craft and what they've been doing.
Well, a lot of other artists don't produce it and shoot it also too.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that was kind of the hard part of it too, is because we were all producing it together as well. Yeah. Like it was really a group effort when we were out there. I mean, I was probably the only person who had really had film experience, maybe other than Jonathan doing some stuff for school. And Jonathan is our brother who helped with some of the shots too as well. Because again, like I said, I can't really record myself if I'm playing the guitar. And he did an awesome job with a lot of these shots. Matt did an awesome job with a lot of these shots. But yeah, it was a real group effort being out there, talking about it, figuring out the shots, the angles, what would look cool. So,
are you able to pause certain shots?
Yeah, let me know.
So right here, go and pause that. Mm-hmm. So this shot, we actually, it was funny because we had Mitch, which was the actor, Mitch Kurzig, do different takes of him digging up certain parts of the gym and trying to it took a while for us to kind of figure out how we want to portray, him finding exactly what he's been searching for and what he's been looking, for in whatever story he was looking at. And so, we try to create a narrative, and we want to make sure that everybody gets the story of what's going on, and it's very cool exactly, what. How we kind of framed it to where everything made sense. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. We wanted to make it very, theatrical, epic. It's not just a performance video, which was kind of the fallback plan, is to just have us playing. We shot that first probably months before this, but then we kind of had this story of somebody on the search, looking for something, finding it. Things go bad and having it, explode, kind of how the song explodes at the end.
Yeah.
For me, it was interesting planning out the things, and then the difference in actually executing it was slightly different. Being our first kind of real music video, I guess. So
yeah,
it didn't always go as planned because somebody would kind of do something goofy, So
I remember it was very frustrating for you because you were like, I can't hear the song. What's going on? Like.
Oh, well, I was
yeah. It was.
Yeah, I mean that's a great thing.
It was
but that's
so tough.
That's how shooting on film sets is, man. It's like when you see the finished product, people don't understand. Like they see this beautiful thing, but they don't understand. Like maybe the camera broke in the middle of the day. I was on a shoot one time when the camera broke, and we had like a crew of
or it was paused.
Or no,
it wasn't even paused. It was just it wasn't recording.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that happens too. I've done that on shoots before. I've only done that once.
Yeah.
On a shoot for a golf company, we had to do it again. And in those cases, you have to be honest, because if not, then you get your ass chewed out like 3 months down the line. But
yeah,
that'd be very unprofessional if you're like, you guys, okay, we're done. Oh, by the way, I wasn't recording the whole time.
Yeah, I mean it happens, but that's sort of the the hard work. It's and that's the thing people don't understand. It's like the film. You think about the actors and them acting and portraying these emotions and stuff, but it's a very grueling thing behind the scenes of electricians, of cameramen, dealing with gear, dealing with, getting their hands dirty, sweaty, picking up shit. That's why I stopped doing it, because
it's kind of like sitting in a waiting room.
I hate carrying shit.
For a whole day. But then you have to carry stuff, and then...
Yeah, no, that's kind of the cool part about it, is like when you're, certain departments, like if you're the lighting department on the film set, you have to set up all the lights, and you're working your ass off, and you're trying to get it fast because you're on a time schedule, and then you get it done, and you get to chill, and then you're kind of watching. They shoot, and nothing happens when they're shooting. Well, let's do another take, and then after that, it's like it's really fast, and then chill breaks.
Yeah, so, I enjoyed those moments when I got to chill and just watch.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this rock is, what's the rock? Do you remember the rock? Calcite. This is emerald.
Yeah, it looks like an emerald.
It's a green rock that
too bright to be emerald.
I got here in Austin at, what was the place called again?
Nature's Treasures.
Yeah, at Nature's Treasures. I went shopping around with my wife trying to look for like cool rocks and stuff, and trying to find like a cool gem that would be spooky but read really well on the camera. And I think this one read really well, and we were able to, it's easily drawn in the artwork, and it's just it's cool. It has that shout out to the 90s kids, it has that ooze feel from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It has that got a little bit of a ooze feel.
Definitely.
And shout out to Mitch for that manicure. Those are really nice nails there.
He's definitely
Hey, not
not
gonna lie,
white.
it's pretty good. Yeah.
See, it's like we didn't even know he like got a pedicure and a manicure before,
Yeah, dude,
a
hey, he was
haircut,
ready,
like a
dude.
facial.
He bought brand new glasses.
Yeah,
like, for the
everything.
little
Yeah,
shot,
like his mustache is all like,
Like-
perfectly done, like from a barber and shit.
like name brand, you know.
Oh man. Okay, so we will continue here, but yeah, it's a hard process making a music video, but it's fun. It came out amazing, and we will keep going here. Turn it up so we can.
Speaking of 90s, that part right there when he paused, it's very 90s.
Oh yeah.
Oh, where?
Where the slow motion thing is, where
Oh yeah.
It kind of reminds me of
Just kind of
early 2000s videos.
Yeah, I was really going for a 70s kind of feel.
nah.
Cause have you seen Death Wish?
No.
Dude, Death Wish is sick, dude. Charles Bronson. There's like 5 of them. It's
Really?
Yeah. We won't go into this isn't gonna turn into a Death Wish discussion,
I
but
was thinking of Death Proof for a second.
Yeah, I thought that perfect.
chat about it later. But Death Wish is a very good film. It's very dude. Like even Joker draws so many influences.
Oh, really?
The new Joker film.
Yeah.
From Death Wish, dude. It's like. It's so
I
like Joker.
forgot the director of Joker, but he's the same dude that did what, Hangover?
No.
It was something like random.
No. He's the guy that did like Superbad or something. Or no, he was a
No, he did Hangover.
really.
It was
Yeah.
I mean, I
forgot
remember
his
it wasn't
name.
that good. I don't know if it was a hit movie or not.
Well, he's in Superbad. He has a cameo in Superbad. He's in that crew. He's in
okay.
he did a lot of comedy stuff. I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, Todd Phillips.
Yeah.
The
He's
guy
a
that
director of
drives the
Superbad.
car with for him or whatever. He's like, "Hey, you guys on MySpace? Is it that guy?"
I can't remember. He's at the party or something. I don't know. It's been so long since I saw that in theaters, dude.
That's
What,
pretty
Superbad?
Yeah, it was epic, dude.
That's pretty tight.
But yeah, no. So that film is like in the 70s or 80s, and a lot of these 70s and 80s films have these zoom ins. Tarantino does that shit a lot too. You know, those really slow zoom ins. It's just
Yeah.
That's cool. Yes, that is like a 70s part, but that part right before that is what I was talking about, where it's that you get that me hitting and it's like slow motion, but it's still in time. You see.
that. Oh yeah,
The
that too.
That weird,
Triple.
that camera
Triple
trick or
lip
everything.
boom.
Yeah, there's a lot of that slow motion too. Reminds me of Lord of the Rings has some pretty good slow motion.
That reminded me of
Yeah?
like the 2000s thing.
No, it's bad. It's like the worst slow motion, but it's like it's so bad it's good. It's like very choppy. It's like it's funny.
Let's continue that.
And so we shot this at night. It was very difficult to shoot this part because the smoke was getting in my eyes, and you know.
Didn't you guys almost burn the place down too?
Unofficially, no. That.
You gotta tell the story, dude. You gotta tell the story.
Okay, we'll tell it after it's done. Give me PTSD. You're gonna get arrested for that, dude.
Allegedly, this happened.
Allegedly. You gotta tell us about the alleged story.
So here, I'm actually shooting this, and that's Matt in the robe right there.
We had to cut it because his leg was peeking through.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah, he looked like he was naked, like in a bathroom.
like he just like stepped out of the shower. I was thinking
And-
we would have got more top-down
Drum stuff?
drum stuff because it looks so cool. But we had a bunch, but we only put like one slice of it in there.
I feel like we needed more lights. Like at nighttime, we needed some more lights to kind of.
But that's the thing. It's like lights lights are so sensitive, or no, they are not sensitive on the camera.
Yeah.
You know, you really the lights don't pick up that well on the cameras, and you really have to really overpower it. So it's like we used them as best as we could, and I think they came out kind of well at the end. You know, we shot like the drum shot, a little red, a little bit of you red, a little bit of me red and green. But you really have to have a big budget for lights if you want to have cool night stuff. And unfortunately, we didn't have that big budget, and we just used like a $100 package I got off Amazon, which, worked really well. But so this scene right here in the bunker, this is like an old army training bunker that they kind of use for stuff. And so this, at this point, this represents the protagonist. He's going into the underworld. He's created, this new world from the spell. He found the gem. He's now in this nether realm, and he's finally going into the portal that is, the unknown. It's a very Lovecraftian music video, and he's going into it right now. And as he goes into it, you see his final transformation into this weird being, which I was really torn at the end editing. This was like the final thing. I didn't know if to put more of it. So Matt wanted to put this being a lot in the middle part. And I was like, I feel like it would cut it short, you know what I mean?
A little bit. Yeah.
But I kind of regret a little bit. I was like, man, I wish we had a little bit more of it, you know what I mean? To kind of, at the end though, I definitely agree with him that maybe it should have been featured more, because it is kind of creepy. It kind of reminds me of like some 9 Inch Nails shit. It just has this like very weird tone.
And that's where I disagree with that, because it's kind of a cliffhanger to me. And
I think if you give it the time and you wait till the end, even
course.
just like the sparse visions of it, it's worth it. You know what I mean? I guess that's it. It's like it's kind of a reward, a little bit of sprinkles on top for anyone who waits till the end.
No, and definitely, and then personally, as a moviegoer, I hate cliffhangers, but
it's the worst.
If it's done greatly,
I feel like you can get away with it with a movie to like tricking people into thinking it's a good movie, because a lot of times I'll be watching a movie that's really good. I was like, oh yeah, that's a good movie, and then you'll be watching something. It's like, is this good? And you don't want to have like. You don't want to be like, I didn't waste my time, so I gotta feel like this is good, right? So no.
The last bad movie I saw was Phone Booth with Colin Farrell.
Dude, get the fuck out of here, dude!
That movie
no,
sucks so bad.
Dude, you got Colin Farrell. You got Forrest Whitaker with his lazy eye.
Lazy eye, yeah. I thought about that.
It's actually a pretty decent story.
Yeah, he has some
suspense.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the first of its kind, dude. Get out of here, dude.
I don't know. I can't.
When did you watch it though?
2 weeks ago.
That's why.
No, I saw it one time and I saw it again.
If you saw it when it came out, it was like a first of its kind, because I had never seen a movie that was just like the whole film was just in a phone booth.
Literally in a phone booth.
Yeah.
I think it was the first movie I remember where a cell phone was very prominent in the movie as well.
That, and then some these fucking chicks across the street just tripping like, hey, that's how it started. So like these girls, like it's like a black girl and a white girl come up to this dude and are like, hey, let me make a call so I can do my business. And then the pimp comes up. He's like, don't make me fuck you up. And then the guy's like, he's like, oh yeah. Like Colin Farrell's like, oh yeah.
Dang, dude.
And then the dude who he's on the phone with shoots the pimp.
Dang. Oh, because there's a sniper. They're watching. Oh, damn!
Honestly, like it's.
See, but now that
crazy.
Now that film is very tropey. It's like a very after the Ryan Reynolds film where he's in the Buried.
Oh, Buried. Oh yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, but it was the first of its kind. But now I see what you're saying. But maybe I'll have to rewatch it and I might think it's shit again. Yeah. But anyway,
it was. Dog shit. Yeah. You should, the editing,
maybe it was just cool seeing that trope for the first time.
The beginning of it was just awful, and it's kind of funny. It's just like I see these multi-million-dollar, productions of it, and then we get this a few $100 production.
Yeah, we do a good job.
And it's just like the editing of it. It's just great. It's just funny to me,
That's what even the Sadie brothers, like Uncut Gems, dude like they made that because of the first film, which was pretty good. Good time, dude. I love that more than Uncut Gems. Like Uncut Gems is pretty good, like as being like a anxiety inducing film, but Good Times is like, it's so simple. Like if you had no names, like the biggest budget might have been Robert Pattinson.
That's it.
But maybe he like cooked them up. A lot of these big actors, they want to like do these indie films to kind of
The director was one of the stars.
Yeah, the director was one of the stars in the films. Like it's
what the hell.
That's the thing. It's like if you have a good story, you can do anything, and that's what I keep. Some people have asked me about. For anyone out there who's making music, I know like, we have some people who follow us who make music like Erez and like some other people. It's like they want to do something, and I feel like at the beginning of my music career, I didn't really understand that the play field is leveled. You know what I mean? It's like anybody can make anything they want, whether it's a film, whether it's a song, whether it's Casey and I are talking about like getting some drum covers up and stuff. It's like, and like anybody can do what they want to do now. It's all about like having the content, having the character, having just the personality.
Just don't expect the very first thing you make to be like amazing. Like
exactly.
Omega wasn't the first song you wrote.
Exactly. Kind of was, but
except for that song.
Yeah. But So anyway, yeah, we really did this on a low budget, and it came out very, very well. So we will cut to the end here, and you can see Matt in his bodysuit.
Well, speaking of not using it as much, I was hoping that maybe it will continue if we do a continuation of this theme in the next video, but I don't know if that's going to happen because this was kind of a elaborate.
Yeah, I don't know if Matt will want to get in it again, so one of y'all might have to.
Hey, it might be really cool. I'll do it for the gram, as people say.
So we have a little baby. So we had all these crazy ideas, and Matt bought like this replica baby online, and we were like, it'd be cool. It's kind of like very Lovecraftian to have like this baby to represent, the innocence or like the unborn or whatever, right? It's like it's this creepy thing. And so we tied it to fishing hook, and we were like, we threw the baby over a tree. We threw the baby over a tree, and like we were just like watching it, filming it spin and shit around, and then we lowered the baby towards the ground. For anyone who's paused this video or wants to go back and pause the video, the actual music video, you can see the baby just like spinning real fast on the ground because he's just like tied to a fishing line hanging over a tree.
I should have put some of that in the behind the scenes thing. I didn't. What is that?
That's Matt. This was the funniest shit to shoot ever. Like it's like so creepy at the end, but it was so funny because Matt originally bought this bodysuit and he was like, maybe I can just be like this creepy bodysuit, and I was like, I started just making it more fucked up. I was like, okay, let's stuff your bodysuit with pine needles because there's a lot of pine needles out there. In McDade to make his body look, what's the word? Deformed.
And then where did the viscous liquid come from?
Okay, so I don't know how, but it was just pure serendipity starring John Cusack that I was able to find a video on YouTube. It popped up on my feed, and it was this like dude making black goo. Or maybe I looked up how to make fake blood and it popped up. I can't remember, but it just popped up. And this guy, he had a tutorial on how to make black goo. And it's basically liquid starch, black dye. There's something else. So it's like those three ingredients, maybe like a couple of other things. And so for some reason, Matt had this like marble tub at his place. And, that's where... Mitchell does the seance in it. So this kind of represents him being born as like this, transform into this demon, this other being out of it.
What did y'all name him? The demon?
Oh, I forgot. I
put
it.
Video. It's in the video.
I put it in like the description. Oh, the botchling or the hatchling.
The hatchling,
Yeah, that's I got that from The Witcher 3.
Nice.
There's like this like fucked up baby called the botchling or something.
Oh yes.
This guy has like a dead baby or something, and like it's like haunting him or something, and it's like
the best quests.
this creepy ass one of the beginning quests. But yeah, so we made this goo in this tub, and I was like, so not only are you gonna wear this bodysuit, you're gonna stuff it with pine needles, and you're gonna get in this goo like you're being born out of this, otherworldly netherrealm placenta.
That shot was my favorite. Where you
the reverse,
Hey, that's my favorite shot. Yeah, that's also my favorite shot.
The Grudge or some shit.
Yeah.
Was that kind of a happy accident, or did you plan that?
No, I was just like, reverse just looks creepy, and I was like, I want to do some reverse stuff because even if you walk towards somebody in reverse and you shoot it in reverse, so you can just undo it, You know, it just looks creepy, kind of like
It's unnatural. You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
When he's just like laying there.
There's a bunch of things that I just
Dude, the
I did not
touches-
expect
Dude.
this video to be what it was until I saw it.
Matt
finale
killed
of
it with like imagine me with the camera and Matt's just like in the tub like flailing and like yeah. So very very Lovecraftian and
does that
shout
mean
out to
exactly?
Lovecraft. Lovecraftian is like anything that has the feel of Lovecraft fiction, which is fear of the unknown, basically. So it's not a monster comes out to get you. It's like nothing comes to get you. It's like like it's bigger than something under your bed. It's something that he has a lot of short stories to where
And who is this?
Lovecraft, H.P. Lovecraft.
Okay.
He has a lot of stories to where there's no monster that destroys somebody, but it's just knowledge. It's like, it's kind of, like Pulp Fiction, right? What's in that box? And they're just like, they're kind of bedazzled. It's like that, but something that'll just like destroy you. Like something you see or something you learn, knowledge you take in that's just breaks the human brain.
Weird.
And so it's like a lot of his stories are just the fear of the unknown and things that you can't really put a face or a name to, but it just kind of just breaks human beings.
Yeah.
So pretty cool. And I kind of got into him once I started playing Bloodborne, which is a game. And it kind of got me into that whole sort of scene and that feel and started reading his stuff. But
I think Prey is kind of like that. But the enemies are a bit like that. Like
yeah.
described.
It's like Cthulhu. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
That's Lovecraft. That's a Lovecraft character, I believe.
Okay.
I'm still slightly confused, but I guess I kind of get it.
It's like it's
I get the vibe overall.
yeah. It's like not even like a boogeyman or a ghost, but it's like
Yeah.
a huge interdimensional being. That's kind of what it is. So that's kind of what this is. It's a little bit spooky, but
Set in Victorian times.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Very spooky. You'll have a little bit of a better picture of what it took into making the music video and the experiences. Like I said, it was really a group effort. So shout out to Matt, who used to drum for the band with Knights and did all the drone work, did some of the camera work. Him and I had countless meetings and hangouts trying to figure out the story and cultivate, just a cool music video. And shout out to his brother Mitchell, who lent us his time to be the main character, and our brother Jonathan, who did a lot of the camera work and helped us out just carrying shit around, because that's a lot of what making a music video is when you're moving location to location, is just moving shit, and it's a lot of physical labor. So and shout out to us, Infugue, for giving me this gift.
Maybe we'll do an actual Infugues talks.
The next music video I think is gonna be even better as far as
I think it's gonna be better and worse at the same time. It's gonna
possibly,
be
yeah.
It's gonna be something totally
It's
different.
gonna be scaled back a lot, I think, right? It's not gonna be as big.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like professional and production stuff, it's probably not gonna be as it's not gonna look like as Hollywood as this, but we're gonna go a little bit more punk, a little more crazy with this next music video. It's gonna be all green screen.
Reverse, right?
Reverse, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I think honestly this one has to be like. I've always imagined
more
this
artsy.
song. I mean, not even artsy, but like the Ninja Turtles and the and the ooze, just that kind of era of like punk.
Yeah, my
just,
original idea was like
just-
an animation for it. But I wish we could animate like.
Yeah, even that too. Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
yeah, so it's gonna be coming out this month. I don't know. I think June 30th might be a good day.
I think I think that's probably what we're planning on right now.
That way we can get it on Spotify and stuff. And shout out to Jason Harder, who lent us some gear for this as well. Shout out to my wife for doing the artwork. At this point, while we are still wage slaving away, it's the step we have to take. So we do appreciate everyone who's watching the channel, giving us views, and everyone supporting us on YouTube. And shout out to the Discord crew, our Infugers there. But yeah, it was a cool music video to shoot. it was our first fully in-house produced one that, we kind of shot and produced and edited ourselves and everything. So we want to bring a lot more of those to y'all. So we really appreciate everyone who's supported the band, supported the channel, and we hope y'all enjoy Reverse Synesthesia when it comes out on June 30th. And that's going to be the next single on the upcoming album, Necromancer, which we will not say a release date yet, but I think it will be this year. And we are going to be...
Hopefully by 2020.
We are going to be starting up on the next single, which should be Resurrector, which is Resurrector right now, and I believe that's what's going to come out next.
Yeah.
And you can hear the demo for that and Limbo on our channel, and a bunch of other demos on our SoundCloud. So, and we will be having some other content coming soon. We have Casey's going to be putting out some Omega and Bones kind of drum tutorials.
And look for the next Minecraft video. It'll be out pretty soon.
Some Minecraft vids for the crafters out there, and probably some game streams coming out soon.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
But yeah, it's going to be good. And I believe we have a tentative show, our first show since the quarantine, coming in Austin in August, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to be releasing specifics on that once everything is set in stone. So definitely check that out.
Okay.
Until next time, I'm not sure who we're going to have next week, but we're working on it right now. And the week after, I believe we are going to have Andrew Hernandez, who recorded the drums and bass on Seance and Reverse Synesthesia. And he's a genius when it comes to the studio and recording stuff. And we're going to be talking about that, but we're also going to be talking about his band Merrill and just what he's been up to. As far as also he recorded the drums and the bass and most of the guitars on the other music that I've helped out Nick Schwartz with Ansible on Speaker for the Animals and Bully, which Casey helped drum on. So we got a nice little bit of an Infugue family here. So until next time, peace out.